Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Hi Prof Jarita. Effa Sjahrir here, your student for Econ 7110 Advanced Economic, the candidate for Doctorate of Business Administration for IIUM. Alright, I'm recording myself as part of your requirement for the individual assignment Econ 7110. So in this assignment, I selected a topic of oligopoly and monopoly by taking the industry players in Malaysia and Southeast Asia. So in this study, I took Grab, Uber, Telekom Malaysia, Touch and Go, and also car manufacturers in Malaysia as part of study. Uber and Grab, I took the sample to study for the monopoly and oligopoly characteristic in South Asia, while Telekom and Touch and Go, I took the sample as to prove the monopoly market behavioral in Malaysia. And for the car producers, for the car manufacturers, which are the Honda, Toyota, Proton and Produa, is to prove study on the implementation on the measurement of HHI, Herfindahl-Hirschman index, as to study for the market concentration. Alright, the problem statement for this study is actually about the impact. What is the impact to the customers due to the oligopoly and monopoly market? So I would like to know whether the customer receive a good quality of product and services, or is it something that can benefit to the customer, or is it because due to the less intervention from the government. So the problem statement here is all about the impact to the customers, and by understanding arising from the study of impact to the customers, I recommended in this paper, of which what can do we better to ensure that the market is harmony. I mean, how can we remain competitive? How can the players or industry should strive to offer better services and product to the customers after we understand the behavioral of monopoly and oligopoly. So in this study, I take Grab as to study the behavior before they acquired Uber in March 2018 and become a collusive oligopoly, and after and during the pandemic, currently, and moving forward. Just for your info, I was the Grab South Asia internal auditor last time from March 2016 until January 2020. So I know the progress about Grab from being the oligopolistic, monopolistic, and now becoming back to oligopoly. Alright. So the analysis of data in this paper, I took two approach. One is qualitative and another one is quantitative. The qualitative is the one that I took the evidence from website on the customer dissatisfaction towards the monopoly markets, which are the Telekom and Touch and Go. And then for the quantitative, I took the numbers from website for the 3 years analysis for Grab 2017 until 2019, whichever that I can get. But from the website, it stated that after Grab bought over Uber in March 2018 for 25% stake, they become a monopoly. They become a collusive oligopoly. They really leverage on the technology that Uber has. So they're really growing well and become dominant in the industry. Okay, so the problem, so when Grab bought over Uber in March 2018, all three countries, namely Philippines, Malaysia and Singapore, had penalised Grab for the violation of the competitive laws. But then Malaysia took the step quite late, only a few weeks and months after Singapore proposed the penalty. In this paper also, with that evidence, it shows that Malaysia is not that firm enough, is not that strong enough in enforcing the violation, in enforcing the competition laws. And in that penalty, Malaysia only put a acquisition clause, whereby Grab was penalised due to their dominant, due to the clauses with the drivers, or which they prohibit the driver from pasting the advertisement of other players for their car. So I think that competition laws, that the action from the Malaysian government is not that strong enough in a way to curb the players from being a monopoly. So other than that, we can see from the research, from the study, Telekom and Touch 'n Go have been receiving a lot of complaints due to their poor quality product and services. So I think if government can explore or enforcing a policy, or maybe can encourage oligopolies market in Malaysia rather than monopoly, it would be better for Touch 'n Go and Telekom Malaysia. So in a recent article in July 2021, I saw that government already exploring to allow other players like Maxis, Telkom, to offer fixed line services like how Telekom Malaysia offering now. So by opening this opportunity to other players, this would make Telekom serving better for their services. Okay, that's for Telekom. For Touch 'n Go, we know that Touch 'n Go have been the only player that offer payment method for parking, tolls, transportation, LRT, whatsoever, right? So that's made them a monopoly, and then that's made them slow in continuously striving to offer the best services for the customers. We can see the qualitative evidence here, of which the customer really angry with, really mad with the quality of Touch 'n Go at the tools. Because if government give opportunity to other players like GrabPay, Boost, any players, right, FPX, to top up the Touch 'n Go, for example, for payment at the tolls, that would be better. So it will serve an equal chance for all players in Malaysia, and by having this competition, they will be more competitive, and then they will strive to offer the best services for their customers. Okay, taking Grab was established in 2012, and then somewhere in March they acquired Uber. So we can see before they acquired Uber in March 2018, right, they really involved in a very strong price war with Uber. And then when they acquired Uber, they work well with Uber, they get they leverage on the Uber technology, they stay innovative and started to offer more verticals rather than ride hailing, which are the Grab Food, Grab Express, Grab Hitch, Grab Share, and many other verticals. And then when the pandemic hit, I can see that they lay off 5% of their employees. We thought that Grab won't be able to survive during the difficult times of pandemic. But then, based on last year annual report 2020 and the quarter report this year, it's shown that Grab continue to survive, and now they are embarking to have a partnership with American company Altimeter to make their stance to enter the US markets for ride hailing, food services, delivery, and whatsoever. So that's my study for the Grab, Uber, Telekom Malaysia, Touch and Go, and also the car producers in Malaysia. So in this study, I explored the King demand curve, the Cartel theory, as well as using the measurement of HHI, Herfindahl-Hirschman index, and micro concentration. Okay, thank you, Prof. That's all from me. I will submit my assignment shortly. Assalamualaikum.